The letter I am sharing with you is to speak for my son, Adam Knudsen, a Department of Defense firefighter. He is a whistleblower against the largest military contractor, Kellogg Brown and Root, KBR, its insurer, American International Group, AIG, as well as their investor, BlackRock. Adam was incarcerated with a 360-day sentence for misdemeanors despite having no criminal history, and his original bail was requested at $1 million, both showing retaliation for not agreeing to be silenced. AIG has given false information to Kitsap County officials to discredit a voice that would speak of the corruption which eventually would lead to the deaths of 1,700 American allies. Adam was in Iraq from 2017 to 2014. He volunteered to stay behind during the withdrawal of the troops as a DoD firefighter to help rebuild Iraq. New documents have been discovered after his trial that will prove AIG was involved in every aspect of Adam's life. I would greatly appreciate if you could sign this petition so that his case can be heard in the Supreme Court. The petition is titled Rico BlackRock at change.org. I will also add that link for you. Now I'm going to read the letter that was written to the Office of the Inspector General, DoD Fraud Division, the Criminal Division, U.S. Department of Justice, the Office of Special Counsel, Oversight Committee, U.S. House of Representatives, and Washington State Attorney General Nick Brown, and Alaska State Attorney General Trey Taylor. This letter is a formal request for urgent legal intervention and investigation into widespread misconduct involving federal defense contractor fraud, whistleblower retaliation, obstruction of justice, and judicial complicity by Kitsap County officials. My son, Adam Knudsen, a Department of Defense firefighter, uncovered and reported fraudulent billing practices by Kellogg Brown and Root, KBR, and its insurer, American International Group, AIG, which endangered U.S. service members and contributed to the circumstances surrounding the Camp Spiker massacre in Iraq in 2014. Instead of protection, Adam faced a disturbing campaign of harassment, threats, and judicial abuse, culminating in his incarceration and attempted silencing. I, Lauren Deanne Novakovich, write on his behalf as a witness to these ongoing constitutional violations. The summary of facts: Adam Knudsen was contracted in Iraq from 2007 to 2014 as a DoD firefighter. He submitted internal warnings in 2013 about vulnerabilities at Camp Spiker by filing an Office of Research Integrity investigation with the United States Army, including misuse of defense assets by KBR and AIG. Adam forewarned the bases would be overrun by Islamic extremists because contractors failed to deliver promised F-116s and defenses in time. On January 2nd, 2014, AIG KBR violated contracts by relocating U.S. contractors from Camp Spiker to Crit to Camp Anaconda Balad, directly preceding the ISIS-led massacre of over 1,700 cadets. Adam filed a Ketam lawsuit in 2018, assisted by Joel Androphy, who is now deceased. He was later forced to withdraw under coercive threats. Kitsap County officials, including prosecutors Chad Enright, Ethan Savage, and judges Kevin Kelly and Shane Seaman, appeared to have collaborated with AIG to obstruct his case, ignore police reports, and retaliate with false charges. Retaliation included stalking, psychological threats, fabricated warrants, surveillance, intentionally withholding surgery, court abuse, and denial of witness protection, even after threats to Adam's child were reported. Kitsap authorities arrested Adam after he attempted to maintain court-approved visitation with his son, further violating the due process and custodial protections. AIG's legal team, including AIG lawyer Michael Thomas, misrepresented facts to local law enforcement. Michael Thomas lied to Kitsap County Sheriff's Office, Sean Montague, declaring that Adam was back from Iraq by November 11, 2013, to conceal his client's breach of contract on January 2, 2014, and to cover up the liability to the Camp Spiker massacre and coerced medical actions that harmed Adam as part of settlement leverage. Federal and state protections were systematically bypassed despite substantial evidence, medical records, law enforcement reports, protection orders, and whistleblower filings. The legal violations to be investigated: retaliating against a federal witness, whistleblower protection under False Claims Act, wire fraud in connection with billing to DOD, conspiracy to defraud the United States, deprivation of rights under color of law, official misconduct under Washington state law, and prohibited personal practices with whistleblower retaliation. Whistleblower retaliation is a violation of both federal and state law and the Whistleblower Protection Act. Employees disclosing violations of law, gross mismanagement, waste of funds, or danger to public safety must be protected, not punished. Retaliation against whistleblowers undermines national security, deters accountability, and violates the foundational guarantees of due process and equal protection. The treatment of Adam Knudsen, threats to his child, physical harm, false imprisonment, and public discrediting amounts to institutional retaliation with national implications. On behalf of my son, Adam Knudsen, and in interest of public safety and national integrity, I respectfully demand the following: immediate federal and congressional investigation into all matters detailed above, appointment of independent oversight, not from Kitsap County or AIG KBR affiliates, protective orders for whistleblower family members, disciplinary action against any officials found complicit in retaliation or obstruction, review and reopening of the QTAM filing and related military fraud investigation. The purpose of the Camp Spiker whistleblower case is to return embezzled U.S. taxpayer dollars for defenses and fund the search and rescue of U.S. allied families, Christians, Yazidis, and Jews from Islamic extremists, and host the Nuremberg trials too, with justice against Islamic Caliphate. This matter concerns not only one man's freedom, but the safety of those who serve the United States. The consequences of ignoring Adam Knudsen's warnings were catastrophic. We cannot allow the silencing of those who spoke up. In addition to the criminal and oversight investigations requested above, I formally seek authorization and support to initiate a civil action for the full value of the original QTAM lawsuit filed under the False Claims Act. The U.S. government is entitled to 3 times the damage under said law, amounting to $2,292,752,736 due to the fraudulent actions perpetrated by AIG Complex Claim Directors Chad Clemens, Suzanne Vanda, Jennifer Fitzgerald, and AIG attorney Michael Thomas of Thomas Quinn Law. These individuals knowingly participated in a campaign to discredit and silence whistleblower Adam Knudsen in an attempt to conceal their culpability in a fraud that endangered national security and contributed to the Camp Spiker massacre. Their ongoing efforts to suppress this truth through legal intimidation and personal retaliation constitute an effort and an affront to justice and a threat to every American who dares to speak out. This is a moment to reaffirm that truth tellers will be defended, not destroyed, that integrity in defense of this nation is sacred, and that no entity, no matter how powerful, is above the law. Sincerely, Lauren Deanne Novakovich. Thank you.